The shadows of Hollow Grove.
In the heart of a forgotten forest stood the eerie town of Hollow Grove. Its dilapidated houses, overgrown with creeping vines, whispered tales of a dark past. Legend had it that every night, when the moon hung low and the wind howled through the twisted branches, the shadows in Hollow Grove came alive. Lena, a curious journalist seeking a story that would make her career, decided to spend a night in the desolate town. Armed with only a dim flashlight and a heart full of skepticism, she ventured into the silence of Hollow Grove. As she tiptoed through the desolate streets, the flickering streetlights cast distorted shadows that seemed to dance with malevolent intent. The moon played hide and seek behind ominous clouds, casting an intermittent glow on the skeletal remains of trees that lined the deserted lanes. A distant creak echoed through the air, sending shivers down Lena's spine. She followed the sound to an ancient mansion, its windows shattered like eyes devoid of life. A sudden gust of wind extinguished her flashlight, plunging her into a suffocating darkness. In the pitch-black void, Lena's senses heightened. She could feel unseen eyes upon her, and her mind conjured grotesque images that lurked in the shadows. The wind whispered eerie secrets, and the crunch of leaves under her feet echoed like distant, mocking laughter. Desperation clawing at her, Lena fumbled for her flashlight, only to have it flicker back to life. The feeble beam revealed twisted, contorted faces, carved into the bark of the surrounding trees, their hollow eyes following her every move. As Lena pressed on, she stumbled upon a forgotten graveyard, where tombstones leaned at unnatural angles. The air turned thick with an otherworldly presence, and an ethereal fog slithered between the tombstones. Faint whispers rose from the graves, telling tales of restless spirits seeking redemption. A sudden movement caught Lena's eye, a shadowy figure weaving between the graves. Frozen in terror, she watched as the figure turned, revealing a face shrouded in darkness. The eyes, pools of infinite blackness, locked onto hers, sending a chill that penetrated her very soul. In her haste to escape, Lena tripped over an old root, sending her crashing to the ground. The whispers grew louder, the shadows closing in. The twisted faces etched into the trees contorted with glee. With adrenaline pumping through her veins, Lena sprinted through the twisted lanes of Hollow Grove, her flashlight casting erratic shadows that seemed to rip like serpents in the night. The wind howled, carrying with it the anguished cries of the forgotten souls that haunted the desolate town. Finally breaking free from the suffocating embrace of Hollow Grove, Lena dared not look back. The moon, emerging from its cloudy cover, cast a final, haunting blow on the silhouette of the forsaken town. The shadows lingered, whispering tales of despair, ensuring that Lena would never forget the horrors that lurked within the heart of Hollow Grove.
Santa's Midnight Harvest. In the idyllic town of Evergreen Falls, Christmas was a time of joy and celebration until one fateful year, and the festivities took a sinister turn. As the clock struck midnight on Christmas Eve, the residents of Evergreen Falls tucked into their beds, unaware of the impending horror. Little Jenny Thompson, a wide-eyed 7-year-old, awoke to the distant jingling of bells. Excitement filled her as she tiptoed downstairs to catch a glimpse of Santa delivering presents. To her surprise, she found the living room bathed in an eerie red glow, and a figure in a tattered Santa suit standing by the fireplace. Santa, his eyes devoid of warmth, turned to Jenny with a malevolent grin. The room seemed to shrink as shadows danced menacingly on the walls. Santa's bag, once filled with gifts, now squirmed with a nightmarish energy. With a ghastly laugh, Santa revealed his true intent to harvest the essence of Christmas joy from the unsuspecting children. His bag, a portal to a realm of darkness, absorbed the innocent glee, leaving the children in a state of joyless despair. As Santa approached Jenny, she felt a chilling presence enveloping her. The room pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and the once festive decorations warp into grotesque forms. The walls echo with the anguished whispers of the trapped joy, now transformed into a malevolent force. The town awoke to a collective sense of emptiness. Parents found their children listless, their once bright eyes now hollowed and vacant. Evergreen Falls, once a haven of Christmas cheer, had become a desolate landscape of lost joy. Determined to save her town, Jenny embarked on a perilous journey to confront Santa. Armed with a shard of a broken Christmas ornament, she ventured into the dark realm within Santa's bag. The air grew thick with the stifling absence of joy as she navigated through a nightmarish landscape. In the heart of the realm, Jenny confronted Santa, who reveled in the misery he had sown. With a defiant thrust of the ornament's shard, Jenny shattered the illusion, revealing the true source of Santa's power, a corrupted relic from the town's past. As the relic crumbled, the stolen joy surged back into Evergreen Falls. The once despondent children regained their laughter, and the town emerged from the grip of Santa's malevolence. However, the shocking conclusion unfolded as the residents realized that the relic's corruption had seeped into the very fabric of their Christmas spirit. Evergreen Falls, now forever scarred by the darkness, would never experience true joy again. The children, though seemingly restored, harbored a shadow of emptiness within them. As the clock struck midnight on subsequent Christmases, the echoes of Santa's malevolence lingered, a chilling reminder that even the jolliest of figures could become the harbinger of horror.
Feast of Shadows. In the quaint town of Hollowbrook, the Whitman family gathered for a Thanksgiving dinner like no other. The air was thick with anticipation as the extended family reunited in their ancestral home, a grand mansion draped in autumn shadows. As the clock struck 6, the family took their seats at a long, ornate table adorned with flickering candles and golden tableware. The scent of roasting turkey filled the air, but beneath the surface of familial warmth lurked a chilling tension. The patriarch, Richard Whitman, proposed a toast, his eyes gleaming with an unsettling intensity. The room dimmed, and the flickering candles cast long, dancing shadows that seemed to whisper secrets. Unease settled among the gathered relatives as the atmosphere grew stifling. During the dinner, an uncomfortable silence hung in the air, broken only by the clinking of silverware and the occasional forced laughter. As the courses progressed, the shadows deepened, and the family's expressions grew more strained. Amelia, the youngest Whitman, noticed a strange symbol etched onto her grandmother's antique platine intricate sigil surrounded by arcane symbols. As her gaze shifted, she saw the same symbol engraved on each family member's plate. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness. Panic ensued as the family fumbled for flashlights and candles, their breath catching in the oppressive blackness. When the lights flickered back to life, the family found themselves seated at an elongated table in a dimly lit, nightmarish version of their dining room. Whispers echoed through the room, and ghastly apparitions of figures dressed in tattered Thanksgiving attire appeared at the table. Each ghost bore a hollow gaze, staring accusingly at the Whitman family. Amelia's grandmother spoke in a disembodied voice, revealing a dark family secreta pact made long ago, binding them to an otherworldly entity. As the revelation unfolded, the room trembled, and the spirits grew restless. The once festive dinner transformed into a ghastly feast, with spectral hands reaching for the terrified family members. Shadows danced along the walls, contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to claw at the edges of reality. Desperation set in as the Whitmans struggled to break free from the spectral nightmare. They discovered an ancient family grimoire hidden within the mansion, containing an incantation that could sever the cursed ties. As the family chanted the incantation, the mansion convulsed. The spirits wailed, and the room pulsed with an otherworldly energy. With a blinding flash, the family found themselves back at the Thanksgiving table, the eerie symbols on their plates now faded. Breathless and shaken, the Whitmans stared at each other, the weight of the ancestral curse lifted. The room, once consumed by shadows, now bathed in warm candlelight. However, the taste of fear lingered as they realized the cost of their family's dark Thanksgiving legacy, a secret that would haunt them for generations to come. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.